Hey guys, Anthony here. It is Wednesday, June 18th, 2025 at about 12:50 p.m. Doing this video to go over some notes I took back on June 6th, the early morning of June 6th, 2025, regarding a dream that I had, and I want to read those notes. I think this dream's a little strange, but I thought it was worth writing down the notes, and so I'm going to go over those notes in this video. So here goes. Was not able to sleep too good last night. It seems with this sinus issue lingering for a week now, it is causing me to awake during the early morning hours. So I suffered from that, whatever was in the air the last couple weeks. Had that sinus, lost my voice, etc. And so I watched some TV, checked my phone. I noticed my dog Teddy was acting kind of strange, walking back and forth. So I ended up taking him out for a walk. I think it was like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I came back in, went to sleep, and then that's when I had this dream. So it was in some type of venue or stadium, but in one section there were people who lived there. So it looked like people were living in this venue on an upper level, like another section. So I was in this upper level area, and in this upper level area, there were no guardrails. There no, like, you could, if you looked over, you could fall down to the next level below you. And so I happened to be talking to an occupant of this area on the second level, and I was noticing people gathering on the first level. So as I talked to this person whom I can't decipher who he was, I noticed people looking down below, that there was people gathering on the first level. I was next in another area in an upper level location, and now I was among many other peoples, similar to a concert or sporting event. So now I was actually in an upper level area, like a seating area, looking down like at a concert or at a stadium. And it happened to be very high because of the height, I was afraid of falling from the level I was on. So it was kind of a steep incline looking down into the floor area or the bowl area of the stadium. At this point in the dream, I noticed people starting to become concerned and moving as if attempting to exit. So I noticed people down below becoming concerned, looking for the exit doors, and either rushing or running towards the exit. I'm not sure what triggered the warning, but it seemed that this venue was coming under some type of attack. These are right from my notes on that day. These are my Bible journals. Again, they're about 120 pages each, and it's what I mostly write Bible studies in and other important things that I'm going through. I was caught up with the crowds who were beginning to attempt to evacuate. So now it was getting kind of more, there was more of a desire to leave that venue and exit that venue and get out of the area and evacuate. I was able somehow to make it to the ground level, and at this time, whatever was attacking was already inside the facility. So I was able to, from the upper level, to get down to the lower level bowl area, and was going with the crowd to escape. Whatever was attacking now was inside the stadium, the venue, the arena. This is where everything was very strange. It was some type of orbs of light attacking. So whatever was coming into the venue, it was orbs of light, like streaking into the venue from like an upper portion and streaking down into the venue. This is why I'm telling you it's kind of a strange dream. I'm not certain if these orbs were going into people or causing some type of other harm. I'm not sure what type of harm or damage they were causing. I was now on the street trying to make it back to my hotel room. So apparently I had a hotel room that I was trying to make it back to. Like a safe location where I was staying. Somehow I made it back to what seemed to be relative safety from the stadium venue. So I was able to get away from the stadium venue, from these orbs of light, and make it back to my hotel. At this point in the dream, I noticed what seemed to be President Trump going head to head with someone or some type of AI machine / robot. So for some reason, President Trump on this date, this is going back to June 6th, the early morning hours, 2025, was either arguing or going head to head with someone or some type of, it looked like a machine or a robot. Whatever happened during this encounter ended up, it looked like his face was becoming disfigured. So it looked like he was either getting really close to this entity or AI thing he was arguing with or coming face to face with, and it seemed to disfigure his face. It was at this point I awoke and have been trying to remember and piece together more details, of which I have no more. So that's my dream. Started out in this venue where it looked like people were actually living or congregating on an upper area. Then I was taken to like a seating area, another upper area, and then tried to escape with the rest of the people as I noticed the crowds becoming uneasy, and then trying to evacuate from these light orbs that were coming from above or behind me and into the crowd, and then make it back to street level or get out into the street, back to the hotel. Here I see Donald Trump arguing with seems to be some type of entity, and then cannot piece anything back together. So I thought I would do that. Let's see how this goes over. But I've had some strange dreams in the past, and this one I'm not sure. Now with all that's going on, here we're in the 18th already, and we're seeing what's going on with the war and the arguing and the bickering and the posturing and the No Kings event and all the other riots and stuff like that have been going on. And so I thought it was worth putting up. So let me know what you think, guys. That's the dream that I had on that early Friday morning, June 6th, 2025. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay ready.